Hey everybody, Gary Parrish, college basketball columnist, CBS SportsLine, coming to you today from Central Barbecue, one of Memphis' prized institutions. Joining me for lunch, one of Memphis' prized recruits, Derrick Rose, new point guard for the Memphis Tigers. Hey Derrick, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, getting used to the weather.
Yeah, I know, it's hot out here. Did the staff tell you how humid it was going to be when you got down?
Yeah, but I'm looking forward to it. Coming from Chicago, it's so cold, so I hope it feels good.
I know you've only been here a few days now. You're still getting adjusted, but have you been able to capture the vibe going around the city? I mean, people are excited for not only what you're going to bring to this team, but what this team may be able to do. A lot of talk about preseason #1. Have you been able to sense that at all?
A little bit, like when I walk into class, some people know who I am, but it should hit me when I go through this clinic in about another 30 minutes, so I'll get used to it then.
I know they've already put you to work. You've been in town a couple of days, already in classes. You got a clinic to work with kids at like 1 o'clock this afternoon, so keeping you busy, huh?
Yeah, always keeping me busy, tired, lifting weights and stuff like that. So by this time next week, I should be used to it.
Also, by this time next week, there's probably not going to be even when we walked in today, there were a few people pointing, that's Derrick Rose, that kind of stuff. It's only going to get worse, and by worse, maybe better. But I mean, you're not going to be able to go anywhere without people recognizing you, wanting a little bit of your time. How much of a change is that, or have you been dealing with this kind of stuff for a while in Chicago?
I'm used to it in Chicago. I can't really walk nowhere without people saying hi or asking for autographs. So I should be just used to this by the time next week. Whenever it happens, I should be used to it.
I read a quote yesterday from O.J. Mayo, and he was talking about being able to come in and he thought he'd be able to win a national title maybe because he was supposed to play with Nick Young, with Gabe Pruitt. Now those guys have turned pro, and he said it's going to be harder now, but we're going to go play, we're going to have a shot, and that kind of stuff. You genuinely do have a chance to win it all. I mean, you've got a team of veterans: Chris Douglas-Roberts, Antonio Anderson, Robert Dozier, Joey Dorsey. What's it like coming in and joining a group of guys who have already accomplished a lot on their own and knowing you could be that missing part?
It feels great. Just thinking about it making me happy, but we just going to have to take it one game at a time. Our ultimate goal is to win the national championship, but without taking it one game at a time, you get off track and lose a game. So we're just focusing on one game.
Explain to people the kind of point guard you are, a distribute-first guy by definition, who you don't really need to score, don't even really have a great desire to score. You just assume get 10 assists.
Yes, I like seeing other players score because they get them motivated, and by them being happy, I'll be happy on the court, and it could be a great game. I just don't like to shoot first, really, because that's just like not in my nature like that. I don't know why, but I'm just like that.
Cal's historically been very tough on point guards. From even Antonio Burks, who went on to be a great college player, but he and Cal butted heads. Darius Washington, Andre and Willie now. What's it going to be like playing point guard for him?
Wow, it should be interesting. I'm not the talk back type of player. I'll just listen to him and just do what he wants me to do, and that's probably it.
You're going to get a lot of attention. I know you've been here a few days. You've already got a lot of attention. When I called here this morning to reserve a table for us, I heard somebody in the background go, Derrick Rose is coming. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that's going on. Your whole life is sort of blown up for a lot of people to see. How do you deal with that?
I'm kind of used to it now. You won't start them when you're little, but when it comes, you just have to get used to it. And now I'm used to it now, so it's really not nothing.
One of the things people always say about Memphis is that they're in Conference USA, and that's not the league. That's not like the SEC or the ACC. Did that ever factor into your decision at all, the league?
Not at all. Not at all. Like, I don't really care what league. We could be in the best league, worst league, whatever. I don't really care about the league. I like the team itself and the environment I'm in, so I could care less about the league I'm in.
How well do you know these guys already? Chris, Antonio, you know them at all from the past just from being in town and stuff?
For my visits, we got real cool, but now since we've been hanging with each other almost every day, we're just getting better at knowing each other and playing with each other, so everything's cool.
So when you do this camp, you're in summer school already. I mean, is it weird? You don't even get a summer vacation. You just sort of, you go straight from high school to now you're already, like, what class were you in this morning?
Communication.
You're already taking a communications class. Is the goal there just knock out as many hours as you can before you get started with real practice?
Yeah, it's really not nothing because I'm used to going to class anyway, so class isn't really a big deal. Just working out is my major thing after class, so I'm not worried about none of that.
Okay, preseason #1 in the country. Picked to win the league. Everybody pretty much has you in the Final Four. Welcome in these expectations. You ready for it?
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
When at this point when there's so much talk about it, does it become a little bit anxious where you would just soon ready go ahead and get practice going and get playing, in November? I mean, get playing and finish it up in November. Just sort of keep going rather than we've still got many months until the season starts.
I know. I wish the season could start right when I got off the plane. So I got to wait a couple more months. That's just something I got to do.
All right. Well, it looks like our food's coming, so I'm gonna let us enjoy lunch and good luck, and I'll keep in touch with you.
All right.
Thanks, Derrick.